What's up, y'all? Hope you've been having a good league. I wanted to go over what my main strategy was for 3.26, and surprisingly, it's been Blight. It's actually the first time that I've ever done Blight as a means of currency, and I don't think I could have chosen a better time to start it. It's absolutely nuts, this league, as you saw from the intro of the video. I'll go over the Scarabs, the Atlas points, and what you can expect if you're gonna end up doing this. Okay, let's go over the Scarabs. The first one is the Blight Scarab of the Blightheart. This makes it so the Blight spawns a ton more monsters, and the more monsters you kill, the better their loot drops are. That's pretty straightforward. Then the next one is the Cartography Scarab of Escalation. 10% increased maps found per map mod. This was like really good when we had the 8 mod T16.5s. They've taken it away, but even then, I'm still running this, and I feel that it's still just, maybe not just as good, but about 80%, and that's fucking huge still. The third Scarab is the Influencing Scarab of Conversion. Makes it so tier 14 maps found in the area have a chance to drop as Shaper, Elder, Cyrus, or a Synth map. That's how we get those fucking crazy conversions, because we get so many of these maps. Alright, fourth Scarab is the Blight Scarab of Invigoration. This is what enables the farm. Because it makes so each empowering tower in the area grants the monsters that come out from Blight increased difficulty and rewards. And so what you end up doing is you make every single tower you have in your Blight as the muscle tower. And no, not the muscle, I think it's the green one, whatever that one is. And it makes it so it overlaps, so it buffs their drops, so you have like 8 of them. That's really good. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And the last Scarab is the Horned Scarab of the Bloodlines. Makes it so area has 150% more magic monsters, increased, not more. And since we're spawning a ton already from Blight, the waves are longer, the waves are more, the magic monsters are plenty, and those magic monsters drop a shitload of loot. And like these combo of the 5 Scarabs, that's all you need. And honestly, this is what I prefer over the Titanic and other type of loot explosions. I don't think you got quite as much. Alright, we're in the Atlas, and as you can see, we are leaning very heavily into explicit modifiers, because if you're planning on juicing, you're gonna need these. There's just no going around it. We're also spec'd into every map node, so we have these, and as you can see, this, and this, because we want more maps to drop. The more maps drop, the more we convert to 16.5, to T17, and to the influence or synth maps. That's why we have that. And then we also, of course, are in Blight. Although for a Blight heavy build, we only have 2. So we only have Sturdy Construction, or 3 actually. So Sturdy Construction, Fungal Bloom, Immune Response, and Templar Ingenuity. I like taking all of the points in these. It makes it really easy. Maybe not too easy, but enough to where it makes a noticeable difference if you unspec into it. If you don't want to do that, I mean, you don't have to, right? You could not get these 20% reduced cost or the 8% increase. It's up to you, but this is the bones of the strategy. So if you're gonna do something that like this is how I do it. For the Kirak or the map device, we go for Beyond. I go personally for Beyond. You don't have to. I feel that Beyond actually makes it so the game crashes a little bit more than usual, just because of the amount of mobs, and if you're forking, it's nuts. This you could choose if you want to do domination to put some shrines or put more quant. It's up to you. It's honestly up to your preference. Okay, so there are some requirements that need to be met before you run this build. The first one, you need a relatively strong build because you're gonna be relying on your own damage to kill the monsters instead of using the towers. And with that, in mind, you need to do a good amount of damage and you need to be able to survive. So that's number one. Another one is the ring annoyance. I have empowering tower, has 25% increased range, and since it's being mirrored by Calandra, it is double that, and I have super range. I prefer it that way. Those empowering towers also buff you, so it helps if you need a little bit of boost, right? And lastly, relatively strong-ish PC. Although I am running on 4K and I still crash, doesn't matter. I'm on a 4070 Ti. More often than not, though, you'll run into crazy artifacting, especially if you're playing a skill that does that inherently, like Kinetic Blast. It's been a rough run sometimes because I would just lose 3 portals to crashes, but it's okay. And lastly, you need probably around 126 Atlas points. I mean, if you're looking at this, I'm expecting you to at least be near that or already have 132. So how do you run the map? I typically rush the boss since I run dunes and I just throw a kinetic blast here or there. Once I kill the boss, I clear the map, I hit the altars, and then I do the Blight. If you are lacking in damage, it's again alright to put down one icy tower instead of an additional empowering. That makes it so that way you could block them and then give yourself enough time to kill them. You don't want as much focus on empowering if you're just gonna lose your Blight. Once you do these though, you're just gonna see that the insane amount of loot explosions even when you fail, because I don't know if you remember, but in the very intro of this video, the second one I think, I failed and I still got, I think, 48-ish maps, so that's pretty good. Profit. I'm not gonna bait and say an absurd like per hour rate. I don't actually measure the currency I make in a per hour basis, but it does make a ton. You get a good bit in raw, but you can also make most of your money by bulk selling your maps. But sadly, in order to truly take advantage of this strategy, you're probably gonna need to get on TFT so that way you can sell them in bulk. But to be honest, it isn't that difficult. Once you're in there, you just make a selling on the map sell page. You'll see it on the screen, and that's it. Honestly, as of the making of this video, so I'm making it on July 2nd, I was selling the synth maps for 20 chaos, the Cyrus maps for 25, the Shaper and Elder for 8, 16.5 dunes were selling for 45. I was Horizon orbing every non-dunes map into Canyon, and I was selling those at 40 chaos. Some maps you drop like 60 maps, like in general, so like you do the math, it's pretty undeniable. And honestly, I hope that this cleared it up, because I personally had questions on how this was ran before I started running it, and I had no idea. With this being my first ever league with Blight, it's honestly pretty good. If you've got any questions, hit the comments. I'll try and answer best I can. That's pretty much it, man. Have a good rest of the league. See you. One thing I did forget to mention, that the loot that you see in this quad tab was all the loot from running 4 maps that were regular, non-legacy 16.5s. It was Alex Scour till I hit 100% maps, and that was it. There was no other things, and if you can see, it's pretty good. Yeah. Alright, now for real. Have a good time.